Hello, welcome. This is Victory Friday with the Detroit Lions coming up a 1-point win over the Kansas City Chiefs in Thursday night NFL opener. This is Maniac Tim from Maniac Sports, also co-founder of Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and also co-creator of Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So, uh, I just hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna go to the comments section. And hey, everybody, I hope all you Lions fans are celebrating the victory. I hope everybody enjoyed the game. I sure did. I was wondering there for a little bit on what actually was going to happen. But seeing the results of the game, hey, the Detroit Lions showed a lot of grit. Yeah, it wasn't a perfect game. It wasn't the game that I expected. Uh, Although I did say at the beginning of or before the game, in the chat said if they win by 1 point, that's all that matters to me. But Lions were expecting a lot more from their offense. But they did what it took to get done. They were able to switch up from going to a fancy finesse style to a hard running. Down your throat type of offense. And man, that David Montgomery, oh my God, OMG, he helped seal the deal. So it just kind of shows why the Lions brought in David Montgomery. We're gonna go over the stats. Jared Goff, uh, he was 23 for 35, one touchdown pass. Uh, where Mahomes was 21 for 39, 228 yards, two touchdown passes. Uh, of course, Mahomes had one interception too for pick six. That's what Dave Montgomery. He didn't reach the 100-yard mark, but he went uh, 21 carries for 74 yards, one TD. Mahomes, that's pretty bad. Mahomes being their major running, 9 carries for 45 yards. Yeah, and see Mahomes being one of the type, being the type of guy that can definitely kill us. Reynolds, you had 4 receptions for 80 yards. Bios uh, for Kansas City had 2 receptions for 48 yards. Trying to bring up more of the box scores here. But hey, this just kind of showed how the Lions did. It wasn't exactly a wipe you off the face of the map victory. It was one that were if things would have changed one way or another, uh, yeah, Kansas City could have won. But champions win close games. Champions find ways of winning, and this just kind of showed the culture change. I thought. Jamar Gibbs, he had 7 carries for 42 yards, uh, 6 points, 6 yards per carry. David Montgomery was only averaging 3.5 yards per carry. Uh, so you just look at these, look at what was going on. What there was definitely a lot of drop pass by by a lot of receivers on the Kansas City side. A lot of people did not think the Lions could go ahead and pull this off, even with with the people that were out for Kansas City. And hey, the Lions did. The Lions proved it that they could do that. But you know, Josh Reynolds, like he had 4 receptions for 80 yards, 0 TDs. I'm sorry that really wasn't planned. Uh, and sorry for that commercial. Please disregard that. But yeah, you had Amon St. Brown, six receptions, 71 yards, uh, 11.8 average, 1 TD. You know, and Sam Laporte, 5 catches, uh, 39 yards, 7.8 average. Zero TDs. Khalif Raymond, we've seen him show up there. 1 reception, 20 yards. Jameer Gibbs, 2 receptions, 18 yards. Uh, so you had a few of these things that was you know Marvin Jones, 2 receptions, 18 yards, 4.9 average, block uh, block right, 2 receptions, 17 yards, and Mary Gibbs, 2 receptions, 18 yards. I know I already said that one before, but hey, uh, okay, then you go, you know, uh, we go for the ones, and like we said, the Jared Goff, you know, 22 or 35, 253 yards, average 7.2. And of course, team's pretty much like the same. We had Patrick Mahomes, 21 attempts, or 21 catches, 39 attempts, 225 yards. That's we already covered. Okay, Isaiah Bushcrows, 8 carries for 23 yards. Clyde Edwards, for Kansas City, uh, 8 carries for 22 yards. Sky Moore, 1 carry, 4 yards. You know what? Uh, Sorry, I don't know why that keeps on coming on. So, but basically, they had Tony, oh, 1 carry, -1 yards. Rice was 1 carry, -3 yards. Team they had a average of 23 yards, 90 carries. Uh, they had a whole lot of receivers that were thrown to, and a lot of a lot of dropped a lot of drop passes. Uh, kind of we remember how that used to be on the Lions, where you had all the drop passes, and that would cost you the game. Well, this time you know, it happened to Kansas City. And you the not Kansas City not being able to get a first down in the second half, I mean, it really meant a lot. Uh, some of it was their doing, some of it was our doing too. So hey, if you look at what's going on, if you know, and of course this ain't gonna be hours and hours long video. This is gonna be just a quick hitter video, um, because I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about the game. Yeah, see, I have somebody in the chat now. Thank you for stopping into Tim's Maniac Sports. Hope your day's going all right. Uh, it's just great that the Lions won last night. Hey, Grandizer 12, how's it going? How's it going? Roar! Yes, yes, the Lions won. The Lions did what nobody, basically nobody in the national media thought could happen. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and not only that, they ended up stopping Mahomes twice, where Mahomes could have went ahead and actually led them to the winning scores. I mean, they had two drives at the end. Kansas City had two drives at the end of the game that could have changed the game uh, greatly, but heck, it didn't happen. It didn't happen because uh, the Lions defense, and along with Kansas City drop pass. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Heck yeah! This is something. Yep, this is something. Uh, all aboard the Lions hype train. Hey, I even heard that Barry Sanders is drinking the blue Kool-Aid now. And something's real. That's when you know it's real over in Detroit. When somebody the caliber of Barry Sanders is drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean, and yeah, the win was not pretty at all. The win, uh, you know, but it didn't look like a lucky win either. You know, I mean, it didn't look like the Lions were lucky to get this win. It looked like the Lions were a stable team. I had to get off that because it keeps, yeah, pause up. Man, I gotta get some Lions claws, that's for sure. But yeah, shoot, victory is so sweet, so sweet, and but shoot, the Lions got it done. Uh, like I said, it was not a perfect game. I expected a lot more out of the offense, but I also just gonna shut my other mind. But yeah, the Lions. Yep, the new Lions song of the day is Respect. REPCCT. Yeah, Aretha Franklin, definitely, definitely. And you know what? I mean, a lot of people are starting to see that the Lions are not just, I mean, heck, went into Green Bay last year. The game met everything to Green Bay last year. We went ahead, we took them out of the playoffs. To me, the win meant more than taking Green Bay out of the playoffs. It just meant that we beat Green Bay twice. You know, that's what that meant to me last year. You know, having a winning season last year by beating Green Bay. Yep, for sure. Yep, let's go Lions. Go Lions. Pump up the pride. One pride, one unit. And I mean, I'll tell you, I was even listening to Get Up on the radio yesterday, and you know, I mean, they were nobody on Get Up was picking Lions to win the NFC North. Lions haven't done anything yet except beat the Kansas City Chiefs. But heck, I'm sorry, you got to give them the respect, and I think that they're going to go ahead and win the NFC North for sure, for sure. And yeah, Motown, Aretha Franklin is from Motown, from Detroit. Yeah. What brings out the maniac in you, Tim? What brings out the maniac in me is the Detroit Lions beating the the last year's Super Bowl champions when nobody in the national media was giving them the respect, even with Kansas City's uh, um, tight end being out, Travis, and also with their defensive guy being out. Nobody was giving the Lions a chance because they said, "Oh, it couldn't be done." The Super Bowl rings were being given to them. The banner being hosted above, being revealed above the stadium. This was going to be too big of a night for Kansas City. On any other night, maybe the Lions might do it, but not on this night. This is what I was hearing from the national media. But you know what? The Lions came in and they won. They got the job done. They took care of business. All right. Since Maniac Sports signed the Detroit Lions or sing the Detroit Lions fight song. You know what? I actually seen it a little bit, not the whole thing, at the end of the game, at the end of my stream because I streamed the game. I streamed a little bit before the game, but I streamed during the game. But I did actually onward down the field, a charging team that will not yield, and when the blue and silver rush go, I don't know the whole song 100%, but yeah, I mean, I actually sung that song without any encouragement from you yesterday. Yeah, I know you were at work and everything like that. Uh, but yeah, I actually sung it by myself and not needing to be encouraged yesterday. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer, they're brave. Rah, 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 go hard, win the game. With honor we will keep fame down the field we gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! Roar! Okay. Shoot. I could have did the goal a little bit longer. I need to sing in the shower, but not video in the shower. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I mean, I actually sung it on, you know, without, and you know what? That I still give thanks to you, Granddad Rob, because you're the one that got me doing this. Man, shoot, I'll tell you, I'm just really, really I'm pumped. I'm pumped, and I'm sure you can see this. I mean, it's like, you know, uh, David Montgomery. I'll tell you what, he's I was really looking forward to seeing uh, the running game, and I was really looking forward to seeing with Jamar Gibbs. But I'll tell you, David Montgomery, man. I mean, that guy really impressed me yesterday. Jamar Gibbs, he got some work to do. Um, but yeah, he really, I, I Jared Goff, and also Jared Goff has not lost to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's one thing for sure. Yeah. Good morning from the West Coast. Maniac Sports cheer. Yeah. Uh, good morning. Hell yeah. But shoot, I was really impressed with with Montgomery. Salmon, oh gosh, you know, and shoot, Jared Goff may have not looked perfect, may have not been the best, but he did not throw any interceptions. I mean, yeah, that would for sure. He did not throw any interceptions, and that is 100%. Patrick Mahomes has a losing record. Well, has not beaten Jared Goff ever. This is their third meeting. All right, and Patrick Mahomes has not beaten Jared Goff ever. So that's just one thing. I mean, it's like shoot, Packers they had trouble beating San Francisco. Well, Patrick Mahomes has trouble beating Jared Goff no matter what team he's on. So and I think I'm going to pick as far as for the NFC game of the NFC North game of the be bold and mighty, be bold and mighty. Forces will come to your aid. Jonathan Working Von, go to the one pride. Hell yeah. Sorry about I know it's not really French, but yeah, I'd like. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Excitement reigns. Let's just go ahead and keep the winning going. You know, keep the winning going for the Detroit Lions. Oh my gosh. It's just one, you know, I mean, it's a lot of people might think of it as like a Cinderella story, but no, I think last night and also the last Green Bay game from last year. I think that showed the true colors of the Lions and how they're going to be. Uh, there's work to be done. There's work to but I mean, Lions just beat the former Super Bowl champions, or the reigning Super Bowl champions. You know, I mean that's just great. Yeah, this is free for all. Hitting on Luke's Luke. I'm sorry. Hit the like button. Show one pride. Biting kneecaps. Clue the for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, victory and also this is actually I mean I'm co-founder of Detroit Lions and everybody knows that show was mine also. You know, I mean I created it just as well as Jim did. Jim did run with it and stuff like that. God bless his soul. But I actually seen Jim's mom yesterday. We were talking and she's doing good. The kids are doing good. Uh, his from what I hear, Jim's grandson looks a heck of a lot like him. For anybody who might want to know, it actually looks a lot like his dad. Yes, I do need glasses. I do need glasses. I need bifocal. Oh God, did I just say that out loud? Yes, I definitely do. Yeah, welcome. Hey, welcome everybody. Yeah, hit that like button, subscribe, share this content, and thank you all for your comments. I really, really, really appreciate this. Uh, if anybody caught the show yesterday, it was really great. You know, but just yeah, this is I'm I am so glad that the Lions can do this. It's one victory. We cannot get held up on one victory, but we got to celebrate the victories when we get them. But we just need to keep on getting the victories. You know, that's one thing. Just need to keep on getting the victories for sure. Uh, for sure. And be right up with something. All right, let's. All right. I just had to write that out. Yep. Okay. Lions news and rumors. Yeah, and I was there. And you know what? It's great. Next week, next week we have Seattle Seahawks. Seattle, great team. Uh, they beat the Lions by 4 points last year. They year before that they killed the Lions. And looking forward to this game, I think it's time the Detroit Lions are due. Uh, I need to. I need to order a foam head. No, I have not. Not yet. Yeah, I haven't ordered a straight jacket yet either. Yeah, but yeah, shoot, this is man, I cannot wait for more. Yeah, this Lions this year. The Lions definitely need to take the NFC North, and I see that they can do it. I don't think it's going to be easy. I'll give all the respect to Minnesota, uh, to Chicago, to Green Bay. They've been building. Uh, don't know what Green Bay is going to be like with Jordan Love, but I'll tell you, they're from everything that I heard, the team is rallying behind Jordan Love. Uh, so we'll get to see it if they're all on one page. Uh, yeah, we'll get to see what comes of that. With the Jordan Love deal, and I I don't know Justin Fields. Chicago going from worst in the league. Now a lot of people are saying they tanked in order to get that first round uh, pick last year, then trade it. But if they tanked, then they were a better team than what their record showed last year, and so their team. Now I don't go for teams tanking. I don't. I know it's a strategy that some teams use in order to make their teams better. But I'm not one for because to me, if a team tanks, you're actually cheating the current season ticket holders. Because they come to the games to see you play and to play your best, not to go ahead and build for future years. So if I'm spending my money, and it's hard earned money, if I'm spending my hard earned money, and as well as all you guys are, I want to see my team perform uh, to the best of their abilities and come out with a win. So I'm really not for tanking. Yeah, I know it's a strategy. Uh, but I think that if you tank, if you go ahead and throw ball games, that's okay. Lions news video. No one has a better night than Detroit Lions general manager Brad Holmes, pride of Detroit, and I was there. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. Yeah, for sure. The Lions news. Brad Holmes. You know, I mean, yeah, he may have not have did everything exactly the way people thought he should have. You know, but you're getting people. I mean, just think how huge this is. Where Barry Sanders himself, the most well-known running back, the arguably maybe even the best running back in the league, uh, is drinking the Kool-Aid right now. So this is how Brad Holmes has gotten, rebuilt this team along with Dan Campbell. You know, so my goodness gracious, you know. Oh my goodness, that sounded weird. Okay, the Lions News Insider, 20-yard line. Lion Dan Campbell caught a fake punt to get it on Yahoo Sports. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that fake punt, man, I'll tell you what, I didn't think he would do it, but he did. And I'll tell you that, that fake punt at that time, you know, I'll tell you, that's one of those things. If they would have got that first down, he would have been ridiculed like crazy. But he had faith in his abilities and in his team's ability to get that first down. They got that first down. That ended up leading, you know, to the first score of the year, of this season. The first touchdown of the NFL season was done by the Detroit Lions. And I'll tell you what, after the Chiefs came back and they scored right away on us, I thought, oh my God, it's like, I expected it to be, I expected to be a higher scoring game on both sides of the ball. I expected the Lions to get more touchdowns. I expected the Chiefs to get more touchdowns. But was I wrong? I expected that it would be the last man with the ball, the last team with the ball driving down to go ahead and get that winning score. But shoot, it didn't happen. Okay, Detroit Lions news. Uh, uh, Tri- Tripco put dampers on the Detroit Lions wins. The fans lash at Mike Tripro said the Lions had it easy. Detroit free. I'll tell you what. Sometimes you got to freaking wonder about this damn the Detroit Free Press and even the Lions media will go ahead and they will sabotage their own freaking. I mean, where's the hype? Where's the respect? This stupid, you know. I'll tell you what, Detroit Free Press guy, go ahead and sit your ass down and celebrate the victory. That's the way I feel about you. You know, even the national media, they were saying that the Lions couldn't get it done, even with those two guys being out. So come on. That's the way I feel about the Detroit news. Okay, Lions news. Linebacker earned poor PPF gradings, Pro Football Focus grades, Sports Illustrated. Yeah, yep. Uh, but and there's, I mean, I'm just so sick of the media in a lot of ways. And we have seen it as Lions fans over and over again, where that was one of the reasons Herman Moore went ahead and created. Yeah, I guess the app is no longer around, but Detroit Lions Nation Unite is through other venues. But because of the way the national media treated the Lions, he knew the Lions were better than what a lot of people was doing. So he went ahead and he got a lot of Lions content creators that knew what the heck they were doing to form Lions Nation Unite and to actually give another point of view. All right. Lions News. Mike Truss said this was the same old Lions. Why get excited? There are still a bunch of bums. I'll tell you what. You got to freaking fire that guy. I mean, come on. This. Yeah, this brings out the maniac in me. This, and not in a good way. You know, uh, you know, the Lions. I mean, I would much rather listen to C.J. Gardner Johnson than this idiot. You know, I mean, that's let the Lions speak. I mean, Lions came one game last year from entering, from winning the or for entering the playoff. One game. All right. Lions News. Chiefs celebrate a Super Bowl title by uh, rallying for a 21-20 win in the NFL opener for Lions. Right? Yeah. See, yeah, I like that one. Yeah, Chiefs rally for Lions victory in their season opener. And one of the things that one of the things that this states, it doesn't matter where you are, the Lions can still win. It doesn't matter if you're at Ford Field. It doesn't matter if you're at Arrowhead Stadium. It doesn't matter if you're at Lambeau Field. The Lions can still go ahead and kick your butt. No, this wasn't a spanking. No, this wasn't a real butt whipping. But this was still a Lions victory that went ahead and still beat a very capable Kansas City Chiefs team. Very capable. I mean, as we even heard Patrick Mahomes say, we heard Patrick Mahomes say he's embarrassed anytime he loses. He's embarrassed. And you can't tell me that Patrick Mahomes wasn't trying. I mean, yeah, you had a lot. He wanted that game just as much as he wanted the Super Bowl. That's the type of competitor Patrick Mahomes is. So, for a Lions writer in the Detroit Free Press to go ahead and freaking ditch his home team, what is he? A Green Bay or Chicago fan? What is he? Lions News. Maybe it's not the same old Lions as Detroit pulls off a huge upset against the Chiefs. The kitty growl. Yahoo Sports. Yeah, I don't see how you can say this is the same old Lions because you gotta give credit when there's close games when a team will come up with a victory in a game where everybody thought they should lose. Yep, and yeah, the offense was kind of stagnant. This wasn't a perfect game. We also got to remember Jared Goff did not play at all in the preseason. So they figured, so once Jared Goff gets more into playing mode, hey, just think what things could do and how much better he could be. Uh, yep, the Lions win for sure. Yeah, but yeah, thank you everybody. Man, I'm enjoying this. Uh, man, this is a great time slot. Uh, but uh, I can only be on until like 12:30. Uh, but what I'll do is I'll just kind of at 12:30 I'm going to need to take a break. I'm not going to end the show, but it will be I'll silence everything and stuff like that because um, but I definitely don't want to just end the show at 12:30. But there's something that I really important that needs to be done at 12:30, and it'll probably only be about 10 minutes and stuff like that. Then I can come back. Uh, but yeah, the I'm really excited on how the Lions are. Uh, it's just hey, it's the winning train, and yes, there's still 17 games left. No, your name did not pop up. Uh, okay, this is Kevin from work. How's it going, Kevin? Yeah, it just says Facebook user. But now I did. Your name didn't pop up, and I did see that you were the one that said that Swift. We should have never got rid of Swift. Um, uh, Jamar Gibbs did not show. Uh, Jamar Gibbs, in a lot of ways, his first game was disappointing to me. So in some ways, to tell you the truth, I didn't miss Swift. But I'll tell you, David Montgomery, OMG, he was the right choice. Uh, Bringing David Montgomery in, the way that he ran and the way that the line of the Lions at the end cleared the holes so that he could get that, final, that final touchdown that we needed, that go ahead touchdown. I'll tell you what, it, uh, you know, I, I, I love to see the Lions kill people, but I'll tell you, I'll take a 1 point victory over a 1 point loss, or even over a tie. All right, that's another Detroit Lions first down. Hell yeah! Oh yeah, I'm trying not to cuss too much on here, but unfortunately, things do slip out once in a great while, and but my apologies for doing that. At least it was more of a tamed one. Uh, but yeah, the Lions are looking real good. I think we're going. I just really. Okay, Facebook user. I didn't say anything that chat, but yeah, I think the Lions are actually This is a year of the Lions. Just like you got the Chinese Zodiac and all the other junk. But this, I think, in the NFC North, this is a year of the Lion. No, I'm not into Zodiacs and all that other stuff, but you know, it's things have finally came to roost. The Lions have struggled for way too many years. Way too many years. Lions diehard fans have packed stadiums, have watched in horror how a lot of their dreams have been crushed over the years. But you know what? Okay, my three players of the game. Um, okay, David Montgomery, Samuel Park, and St. Brown. Those are my three players of the game. It's yeah. St. Brown touchdown catch. Well, okay. Three players that had poor performance. Uh, wow. I will need to look more into that, and I'll give you that on my next show. But because I'm not I mean, as far as for disappointing him, I can't say he did poor, but I really expected more out of Jamar Gibbs. Uh, so it's just I don't see where he did poor. And as far as um, it's I mean I would have liked to have seen more completions by Jared Goff, but he did not get a interception, so that was because he threw it away. I would like to seen the more crisp throws, but he didn't lose the game for us. Uh, One of the things that I thought were bad choices. It's not a player, but I do think that there was a couple of bad choices early on where when it was close to first down yardage, and the Lions went ahead, and instead of running the ball early on, they went ahead and threw it, try throwing it, and there was some incomplete passes and stuff like that. Or I think they would have went ahead and got the first down if they would have just ran the ball. So in some ways, some of the play calling there in the earlier parts, on like third down, and also there was a fourth down too, where they went ahead and they, instead of just running the ball, they went ahead and tried to pass it, and you know, so that's more. Yep. Hero of the week. Okay, Sam Park getting getting that um, pick six. You know, getting that pick six. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going? Smoking Jeremy, how's it going? Yeah, I it was a great game. I really enjoyed it. Jeremy B. Yep. Today I do not work. Uh, I actually took it off. Okay, so the bum of the week. Oh gosh. Um, oh man. Okay. If I give you the bum of the week, it's going to need to be on the Kansas City side. All the receivers that dropped the passes that could have made the difference for because you had all those receivers that dropped those passes. Why ain't I in there? Okay. Sorry, I had a little bit of technical difficulties there. Lost internet for a second there. That's why I disappeared. Uh, okay, so let's see. Yep, Lions victory Monday. But we're selling. So you're going to be doing that show on Monday? Uh, Friday. Okay, you figured it out. That was awesome game last night. I lost my voice, screaming one pride. Looking forward to this season. Exactly, exactly. Yep. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, I almost picked them. I Marvin Jones Jr. Yeah, I could see that. And I'll tell you what, he needs to get an actual number instead of number 0. Uh, I'll tell you what, I will be right back. I'll be right back in about 2 minutes. Okay, okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, I I had something I had to take care. I knew it was coming up, and I did warn people earlier in the chat. But yeah, I was uh, I was disappointed in Marvin Jones and what uh, he had that drop pass but heck, uh, shoot. So are yeah. I just hope it's more of a okay. What do you think of golf? I think he's shaky at times. I wish he would run sometimes. If he would have ran two, if he would have ran 2 feet, we could have more first downs. Uh, I kind of agree with you. I do. Uh, I think that golf, uh, he was a little off yesterday. I gotta admit that. Uh, One thing he did not do is he did not throw that interception, which was great. He threw away rather than throwing the interception. I just I thought there was times when even when Ben Johnson would have called the pass play, uh, I thought it should have been a running play. Yeah, and I can see where if you would have ran those, he could have got a first down a couple of times. We got to remember we did not see Goff in any preseason games. Is this basically, was this kind of getting the cobwebs uh, out of his system? Um, hopefully, hopefully he can correct that as the season goes on. Hopefully next week he can correct that. But yeah, he was on scripts as he was. He did enough not to lose the game for us. Um, and I mean, I was very, very, disappointed in a lot of the things that happened. Uh, okay, Goff is not the guy. Goff is not that guy, but he had a better game than a Holmes. Goff 83, a at 83 passing rating. A Holmes, Patrick Mahomes, 52.8. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's true. Goff is not the runner, uh, for sure. Um, but he's okay. I did post links in the chat if anybody wants to actually hop on the show. More than welcome. There's links to get on the show. So if anybody does want, but yeah, but I just think he was a little rusty uh, in some ways. Uh, but Goff did play his game, and Mahomes has never beaten Goff. If you look at the heads up record, Mahomes has not beaten Goff. I mean, it's a fact for sure. I'm I'm sorry about that when I hit the wrong button. Um, but yeah, Goff is. Yeah, I just think we're going to see him. I think as he goes along, as the season goes along, I think we'll see more improvements. Him being more focused. All right. Okay. I don't know. Things are, my internet or what, but no. Remove and then add you. Yeah, I don't know why you're not showing up here. I did add you, Jeremy. Okay, hey, welcome, Jeremy. How's it going?
Fantastic, Tim. It's Victory Friday. What I was trying to type there, and my computer just decided to go all wonky. I got to get a better keyboard. Uh, Goff is not the guy that runs like that.
Right.
But what he did was he completed 63.2% of his passes, and Mahomes completed 53.2. And on top of that, you have to look at the fact that both teams had 7 drops.
Right.
So that means Goff outplayed Mahomes again in a primetime game and is the only NFL QB to be undefeated versus Mahomes. Not talking about teams, not talking about Rams, not talking about Lions. I'm talking about QB to QB. He
Mm-hmm.
is the only undefeated QB versus Mahomes. Tom Brady can't even say that.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. You want to take that question first? Yeah.
I still say right now we are an 11-6 team. The
Mm-hmm.
defense has got to get gelled, especially
Mm-hmm.
in that secondary. They started the half very shaky, but they pulled it together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Kerry, I understand Goff scares people. I heard so many people say, "Oh, I cringe every time he gets sacked."
Mm-hmm.
You realize he was the most pressured quarterback last year, yet had 20 touchdowns and only one interception while pressured.
Right.
And he
And
was sacked that many times. He had
mm-hmm.
7 total fumbles, but only 4 lost for the second season in a row, which means he's getting better at ball security overall. It used to be 16 fumbles and 9 lost a year.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just improving. So that's
And he hasn't thrown an interception now. Let's see, 35 passing attempts
mm,
last night. He was at 324. So that's 359 straight passes without throwing an interception.
okay.
I'm not sure which teams it is, but I say the hardest games on the road right now.
Mm.
And I'm going to put this one in there because we haven't done it yet. First one I'm going to say is Minnesota. We have not won in US Bank Stadium since Dan Campbell's been here. It's a hard
Yeah.
place for us to win. Dallas, that is a
Mm-hmm.
hard place for us to win. LA Chargers, that's going to be a hard game for us unless we are on a winning streak.
Right.
And the other one, and as much as I hate to say it because it's a revenge game from 2021, Baltimore. Those 4 games I have as my biggest chances for a loss.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see that.
And then there's going to be 2 games that we just lose. Either we shit the bed on offense or we shit the bed on defense because it happens every year.
Yep. But see that's one of the things. Has that changed? Has the culture changed enough?
It didn't change last year
Right.
because we saw it. The offense shit the bed against New England.
Mm-hmm.
The
Right.
defense shit the bed during the win streak against Carolina. Now, granted, that was equipment.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's yeah, those definitely true. Great points there.
So
I,
even though the culture has changed, same old Lions is dead, but because Lions is not.
okay. All right. Yeah. So, but that's what hopefully we're working for,
And
and hopefully they.
this is how you know same old Lions
Mm-hmm.
died.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
all of you same old Lions fans are saying, oh, I'm shaky about this, I'm shaky about that. We overcome the refs ignoring Jawan Taylor every
Yeah.
passing down, lining up bad, and
Mm-hmm.
false starting every frickin' play. Why, right there in the screen where we could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Collinsworth was calling it out. Then the head
Exactly.
NFL rules guy, was it Mike Pellisario?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
He was calling it out. That's a travesty. They
Mm-hmm.
tried to gift Mahomes that game.
Yeah, they did.
Lions overcame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there was still stuff like that where they tried to gift Green Bay the game last season. Final game of last season. Where
Well, and it changed. I think at about 11 minutes of the fourth quarter, 11
mm-hmm.
minutes left. That was when the first false start was called on
Yeah.
the opposite tackle, who didn't move. It was Jawan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I mean,
Yeah.
every game, about a second to a second and a half before the ball was snapped, you'd see his shoulder shrug and his
Yeah.
right leg twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And there was many holding calls that was missed, not only on
Oh.
Hutch, also on the fives. What say what you want about James Houston as a
Mm-hmm.
situational pass rusher, he was perfect last night. 5 snaps on third down, 5 pressures.
Right. Yeah, and those made all the difference. You know.
The secondary adjustment, they got it together where they could get their hand signals and start
Mm-hmm.
playing better, and that is why you saw a better secondary in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
They still were trying to get their stuff together. that
Yeah,
first half versus the noise.
exactly. And yeah, I'll tell you what, I think that this is going to be the year that we actually win at US Bank Stadium.
It could be,
Yeah, I
but
mean
those are my picks for the
uh,
four
oh
hardest games on the
yeah.
road this year, hands
Mhm.
down. Um, I don't care what
Mhm.
anybody says. After what we did defensively versus the Chiefs, does anybody
Yeah.
expect us to do any worse against Seattle?
Right. No.
Think about this. We just held the Super Bowl
Mm,
defending champions. I don't care who they had on their roster, who was
right.
out, because in 2021, we got told to shut our mouths about our injuries. Remember?
Yep. Exactly.
It's not an excuse.
Mm,
Injuries happen in the NFL. You play with your best 48 on the
yeah.
field versus the other team's best 48 on the field.
Mhm.
We won the game.
Yeah.
The final scoreboard is all that matters. I don't care that Kelsey was out. Now, would they have had a little better third down percentage if he was in? Probably.
Mhm.
Would Jack Campbell have got a better PFF rating because they destroyed him and he played great all game?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Granted, he didn't get to tackle a lot, and I think it was more about his tackles than his coverage. But his coverage was actually really good on Noah Gray and also the wide
Mhm.
receivers that came across the middle. And I think that got missed by PFF. Aleem McNeil was our highest rated one at 73.6. How Hutch was somewhere in the middle, I don't know. He should have had a 90 with all the pressures he had on Mahomes. He was held every other pass rush he
Oh
got
yeah.
past Jawan Taylor. When he started to actually make hits on Mahomes was when they moved him inside, where they went to that five line technique and they
Mhm.
moved him inside on the guard because the guard couldn't stop him.
Right.
He tried
Exactly.
everything. He held him. He tried hooking him, tried spinning him around. They couldn't stop Hutchinson. I
No.
think he should have had a 90.
Yeah.
And James Houston, too.
Yep. But yeah, as Carrie says, it's very annoying that we not have any sports announcers on our side, or even just even keel with it. You know.
Right. As much as I hate to say it, and it may sound like a homer
Mm,
take,
mm,
turn your TV sound off, turn on the radio, and listen to Lomas and Dan Miller because they are more even keeled unless we are smoking somebody.
right.
They do a good job of not being homerish until something good happens on the field
Hmm.
for our team. And you can tell when something good happens for the other team. It's like, oh no. That's the first thing
Yeah.
you hear out of
Yeah.
Dan Miller. Oh no, there he goes.
Okay, so my lunch break is over.
Carrie, make sure you go over and subscribe to my channel too. It's Kneecap
Mhm.
Biting with the Detroit Lions. I was in the comments there. I have my post game show tonight. I'm going to go over the hot players, the cold players, the key stats of the game, and I do have a big rant that I want to say.
Okay, so yeah, make sure you check out, subscribe to Jeremy B's channel. Definitely very good content creator, very good friend. Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
go
met
over.
at the Dallas Watch game in person last year,
Yeah,
meeting
I know.
Herman Moore and
Mm,
Christy Zavacar,
yeah,
and we had a blast.
right. By the way, so they gave up on the app. Is that what?
I don't
On the
know. I don't know what
yeah,
happened with the app. I kind of gave up on the app when I switched phones because I had trouble getting it back. I
yeah.
believe they're still around, but I think they're more on Facebook now.
I think so too because I mean on the app I tried getting on the app and stuff like that and it's like I've been trying for weeks and it's like uh it says it's under construction or something like
They
that
might be revamping it because they do have some new sponsorships. So they might have to try to rework the whole app from the ground up to have it
right,
show their sponsorships and who they support.
yeah but
So
but
either way, it's a great thing to have Herman Moore doing stuff for Lions fans.
oh yeah
And it's great to see Barry Sanders and Chris Spielman greeting rookies as they get off the plane when they get ready
mhm,
to sign their contracts or come meet the team. You can't
yeah
ask for a better situation in Detroit. I just wanted to pop in to tell
okay
Timmy, I love you, dude. It's
yeah
been a
love you
great
too.
it's a great start to the year we checked a lot of boxes last night.
Oh
Number one,
we did
we won in week one. Number two,
yep
we won on the road in week one. Number
hmm
three, We beat the Super Bowl champs. In order to be the champ, you got to beat the
Beat the
champ.
champ.
That's a
Ric Flair.
boxing term, and it means everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The confidence of this team going into next week with 10 days of rest and only 4 days of practice, that means 6 days to sit on their butt and just scheme.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't think it isn't going to get better? You're delusional.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and also to get all those little aches and pains that they had as a
Yeah, I
result
mean,
of the
Taylor
game.
Decker walked off in a boot, but you know
Yeah.
what? There was no report of him being majorly injured, so he'll
Mm-hmm.
probably be fine. I think it was just to protect the foot that he could remember because he had a foot that he couldn't have surgery on too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's all it was an aggravation of that foot. And if he misses a week, we'll see how our depth is, won't we?
Oh, yeah. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
I know everybody hates to hear it, but that was the first game we saw our starting five out there, and you could see they weren't gelling for about a
Mm-hmm.
half. I think
Right.
right at the end of the first half is when you start to see them start to handle that zero blitz because that's all they
Mm-hmm.
did. They were
Yeah.
forcing us to run. They
Yeah.
said, "We don't want you passing. We
Yeah.
want you running. Force it. We're going to put so much pressure on Goff, he can't throw it." And he still threw it in the second half. So I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what they say. That one where he was under pressure in the third quarter on that third down, and you could see his hand got hit. That's why the ball was a little wobbly. It
Right.
still spiraled on target to Josh Reynolds. He threw it through contact. So if you say he's shaky, he's not.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. And hey, now just think. Okay, with if the Lions do get in the Super Bowl, okay, do we want them to play Patrick Mahomes?
No, because he'll have a chip on his shoulder.
Right.
A chip on his shoulder and a healthy team. Do we really want to face that? I don't think so.
Right. I can
I
understand.
I want to see Chris Jones hold out to week 7 and Kansas City get in a hole where they can't come back.
That very well could happen. Yeah, because he's not, especially
He
when other people are getting paid.
right. Bosa just got made the highest paid defensive player ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Burrow got a deal that makes him the most expensive quarterback ever.
Yep.
275 million for 5 years with 219.01 guaranteed.
Wow.
Shoo, that's big
Yeah,
money.
I know. And,
Well,
and
on
that's
top
why
of
I.
nature calling, pretty soon I got to get ready to go to work. I just wanted
Okay.
to pop in to give my
Yeah.
insight with my best friend Timmy here.
Yeah. And you have a great day at work. Thank you very much, and you're always welcome.
Oh yeah. Oh, kneecap biting with the Detroit Lions take on Mike Tirico when he said, "This is still the same old Detroit Lions. Why get excited? There are a bunch of bums." Because Mike Tirico is one of those same old Lions fans. He's
Mm-hmm.
from here. He's been salty. He switched to other teams because of it. Mike Tirico, I love the fact you're from Michigan, but that's a horrible take.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. You heard. I gave him my mouthful already. Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Yep. You too. Wow. Yeah. Mike Tirico. I I don't know. He just. I think he got those sour grapes still. Sour grapes from all those years of the same old lines. But you know what? You gotta wake up and maybe they're the same old lines in your mind because you can't get past yourself and go ahead and just just go ahead and mature. You know, this team has matured. This team has changed. Um, and I just really think that you're going to. I think there's going to be a lot of surprise people at the end of the season when the Lions are actually make a playoff spot, become the NFC North champs, and who knows where they'll go from here. I want to definitely thank Grandizer 12 for all the comments he always gives whenever he's in here. That's great. Carrie, thanks for stopping in on your lunch break, giving your input. I really appreciate it. Uh, I can honestly see the concerns and stuff about golf. But I do think that some of those things are going to be handled, and I do like the response that Jeremy gave in there. I thank you, Jeremy B, for actually coming on. I appreciate it. Yeah, and everybody who wants, go ahead check out Jeremy's take as far as in his channel. Very very good content creator. Very opinionated though, for sure. Very good friend. Um, but he does know a lot. He's also a sports writer. Uh, but yeah, and I do want to come up with a name. I cannot use Free for All Fridays, um, but for Friday show, uh, I do want to definitely try to Free for All Friday. That's Detroit Lions on the prowl, but um, so I'm not going to steal their Free for All Friday steal, but I am going to go ahead and. Shoot, this has been a great time. Great deal. I'm definitely going to be. Football season's back. I'm going to be on a lot more. Uh, Hopefully, I'm going to try to go see the Coopersville Broncos uh, high school football game uh, tonight. As long as they're so I do want to go. I may stop in and say a few things about that. I one of the friends, one of my friends, her son is the quarterback of his team, so I do want to go there. But I do think I'm going to pretty much end this show for today. It's been great. It's been great hanging out with you. Definitely pause up Friday with Maniac. Yeah, you know what? I like that. I like that. Pause up Friday with Maniac Sports. Yeah, you know what? I think we just came up with a new name for the show. Pause off Friday with Maniac Sports or with Tim's Maniac Sports. But thank you guys. Thank you, Grandizer 12. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. Uh, Thank you, Carrie. And thank you, Jeremy B. And also thank you, Kevin, for showing up. Uh, I think those are all that showed up today. Uh, but it's been a great day, and we're gonna see more and more. You're gonna see more and more content here. So we'll see you guys and take care. This is Maniac Tim signing off. And you know what? I gotta at least give a roar here before I go. Roar! Okay. All right. I almost forgot to give my roar there. All right. Thank you. You guys all have a good one.